Well, what I wanted to do, first of all, because we've not had Ashley and Doug on together, is get you guys to, chat a little bit. How did you meet, in the crazy Fulton County legal world? And is there anything that
I
one of you would like to hear from the other?
I don't know if Doug remembers. I remember we met when we were pre-trialing, when I still had a co-defendant, and we had motions, and we were back, and they put you in a jury room when you're a defense lawyer, and you wait, and wait until they decide that they're going to hear you, especially Judge Glanville. You wait a really long time, so you get really friendly back in those jury rooms. And I remember talking about the case, and I was excited because what I was telling you, Linda, earlier, I love it when a civil turned criminal lawyer comes, because that's like my husband John. That's what he does, and I just love the how mad and indignant about how crappy this criminal law is. So I was like, oh, Doug, this is so fun. So that's what I remember.
Yeah, I do remember meeting you in that jury room, and I think it's when I very first began to work on the case. It may have already been going on a couple of months.
Yep.
Yeah, so that is where there must have been 15 of us back there.
Yep. And we were all like, wait, who's going to end up having to go to trial? What are these motions? What's going on? And I think they were changing DAs. I mean, it was just a hot mess.
That's right. That's exactly right. DAs were coming and going.
Has it changed that it's a hot mess down there?
It only got worse.
It only got worse. Well, they had a totally different set of DAs on the case, on the YSL case originally. It was indicted by a totally different set of DAs, and then those DAs all quit. So these DAs aren't the ones that we were dealing with back then.
But was Fonnie Willis the DA at the time?
She was the DA, but the DAs that indicted the case, they were completely different than the ones that tried.
Yeah. One left and went to Gwinnett County, where I believe he still is, and the other, I think, the state AG's office.
Yep,
if I'm right.
Did. She went to the state AG's office. Yeah.
Button Gwinnett, my husband's favorite signer of the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, that's funny.
Why is that? Because he is the hardest signature to get on the Declaration of Independence, because apparently like 3 days or so after he signed it, he was run over by a horse and carriage. And I think in front of the courthouse. Maybe that's a little exaggerating. And therefore, Button Gwinnett is a name that once I've been married to my husband, I have never forgotten.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know about Ashley, but I am in Button Gwinnett County all the time. So.
Oh, I prefer not to go to Button Gwinnett County. It's awful to get to for me. I'm in Cobb County, and going the traffic there, that would be like if you lived, Linda, in New Jersey and they were trying to get you to go to Connecticut or something. It was complete opposite.
Which I've had to do when I was doing the Skakel case. I was driving every day to New Jersey on the pretrials to Connecticut, and every day. And then when I picked the case back up to hire the appellate team, I was going all the time. But Stephen Skakel drove then. I just had to be a passenger. So, but that was a long trip every day back and forth. So here you are. So Michael, you want me to start?
Let's do this, since we just kind of touched on YSL. I think we might as well get an update there. Doug, first of all, Deamonte Kendrick, what's the status? What's the latest? Your guy, you get him off in the trial, and then he's still in jail because of some collateral issues. He now has new counsel. What's the latest?
Is it collateral issues, or is it just vindictiveness on the part of the DA's office?
Good going.
So sorry, not to segue into that, but yeah, of course, he allegedly got in a fight in the jail, which is, again, it's going to happen when you're locked up in Rice Street on gang charges for 2.5 years on garbage charges. So yeah, he got in a fight there, and then I think they're charging him with aggravated assault, which is just nuts.
They should charge the jail staff for letting it happen. I mean, it's like, why don't they charge the county, the people that put them in there? It's like putting gladiators in a ring and saying, oh, they fought? Oh.